Another primetime game on the Chiefs' docket as they get prepped for the most daunting stretch in their 2024 season. But first, they've got to snag the AFC West title with a win over Los Angeles. Now, these aren't the same Chargers Kansas City saw in Week 4. We're going to talk some Sunday Night Football next. What is up, Chiefs Kingdom? Happy Friday. I'm Hayley Lewis, and this is Chiefs News Daily. Over the next 10 minutes, we're going to bring you all the press conference clips that you need to hear, the latest injury updates, plus an exclusive interview with a fan favorite. Let's dive in, but first, give it a like and subscribe right here on the KCSN YouTube channel, and let's get going. What's a Friday without some breaking news? Right off the top, we're bringing you this from the mouth of Andy Reid. He said that Mecole Hardman hurt his knee prior to team activities on the field today, so he might not be available for the game come Sunday. Also, multiple reports are saying that DJ Humphries is going to be starting at left tackle. However, Coach Reid left that one up in the air. We'll have game day designations later on in the show, so let's get back to the usual. All right, you know the drill. It is Fast Friday, so we got another round of Fast Fridays coming your way. It means head coach Andy Reid is going to speak with the media per usual ahead of the Chiefs Sunday game, and it's quick to the point and gets you everything you know in about roughly 2 minutes or less. So let us roll the tape. Here is your Fast Friday via Big Red.
All right, as far as the injuries go, Mecole Hardman's the only one who's his knee locked up on him, and so we're evaluating it right now. This was right after our meeting, so before we got on the field. So we'll just see where he's at with that. And then look forward to the challenge of playing the Chargers. Good football team, we understand that. But we look forward to bringing him here to GH Field at Arrowhead. So with that, time's yours.
Andy, what's the plan for DJ Humphries?
Yeah, I'm going to just evaluate how I'm going to stick with what I told you before, that he took some reps. But let's just see how he ends up after today, and then we'll go from there. But we've kind of rotated guys in there, but it's he did take some reps, and he made it through yesterday good, so we'll see how it went today.
So okay for Juwan to play this week?
Juwan practiced today, yeah.
Andy, you talked about how he's going to be honored on Sunday during halftime. What was it like for you coaching him, and just what kind of player was he?
Yeah, it was a pleasure. 100 miles an hour every play, practice, game. That's how he rolled. And I got him when he was a little bit older, but he was something, boy. What a motor. Great player.
Andy, from what you know about Hardman right now, any chance he can play?
I don't know that. I mean, they're literally evaluating him. So we'll just see where it goes.
Andy, I'm sure you saw that he was on Eric Bieniemy yesterday. He was around the team quite a bit last year through the playoff run. Is there any possibility you would do that again with him this year?
Yeah, I haven't even gone that direction. I mean, I haven't thought about it. He's dealing with all that stuff, and that's where his mind needs to be. So I had a chance to talk to him. But that's a load to handle just in itself. So we'll just kind of leave it there.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
Alrighty, like I said, quick and easy to the point. Let's take a look at the final injury report and any game day designations for the Chiefs and the Chargers. Remember, inactives, they don't come out until about 90 minutes prior to kickoff. So the Chiefs' Week 14 matchup is in prime time. It's Sunday Night Football at Arrowhead Stadium. You can catch the game on NBC. Kickoff is set for 7:20 p.m. Central Time. This is a series finale between the Chargers and Kansas City. The Chiefs looking for a clean sweep. LA is currently 8-4, right behind the Chiefs in the AFC West standings. So if Kansas City wins on Sunday, they're going to lock up their 9th straight division title. All right, folks, we're going to wrap up the show with a special guest, my buddy Cole DeRuse, better known as How About Those Chiefs, joining the show to talk all things Kansas City. It's been the saga of left tackle, I feel like, ever since really even the offseason into training camp and now the regular season. Wanye Morris, Kingsley Suamataia, not working. They bring in the veteran, former Cardinal, 9-year vet with the team. What do you see out of this guy? And Cole, do you think that this is maybe the solution to all of those offensive line problems?
Well, first off, thanks for having me. I'm honored to make my debut. Let's freaking go. Second, I think you're just hoping right now for average tackle play, because if you can just get that to start with, Humphries is still working in, he's still learning the offense. Like, if you could just get average tackle play right now out of Humphries, I feel like that's a win, because the tackle play you were getting out of Wanye was below average, and then Kingsley was even worse. And that's no disrespect to them. They're just not ready. So right now, I'm just hopeful that he's able to give Mahomes a second longer in the pocket from time to time, because that's honestly probably all that he needs. And like Donovan Smith last year, he was just like average to above average at times. And if he can just, talking about Humphreys now, can just by the time playoffs hit, work into that slightly above average sect of tackles, as long as his knee holds up and everything, it looks like he's fine. But as long as he can just do that by the playoffs, I will be extremely happy. Obviously, this Sunday, just hoping for average tackle play.
Yeah, and I think that's a really big challenge that maybe a lot of people might overlook. The fact that not only is he returning off of tearing his ACL, just now getting medically cleared to play football, but he's also learning an entirely new system. Now, the O-line, it's the O-line, no matter where you go. But obviously, you're playing in an Andy Reid offense. You have the responsibility of protecting Patrick Mahomes, a $500 million guy. So to be able to just go out there and do slightly better than what these two really young players have been able to do, I think really is the ultimate goal. And hopefully he then in the long run can potentially be that guy who fills that void for Kansas City. I'll ask you this before we go on to Chargers talk. Do you think that Humphreys is a long-term solution for Kansas City, or is this something that they're going to have to revisit right when the season's over?
Yeah, we'll definitely see. I've seen some say, hey, if Humphreys pans out, plays well enough this year, he's only 30, and you could sign him on a 2-3 year deal. I mean, Trent Williams, this guy is breaking the norm there, but he's 36, 37. So like you could get a few years of tackle play out of Humphreys. And that is something that Brett Veach and company are definitely going to have to address. It's difficult for the Chiefs because you're getting the latest round draft picks because you're always winning. So trying to go up and get a franchise left tackle has been pretty difficult. They've been trying to get somebody that's Wanya's 3rd round pick 2 years ago. Kingsley's a 2nd round pick. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, I like the idea. We're speaking before he even plays a single snap, but I like the idea of if it works out, Humphreys could be a couple year solution for the Chiefs while they try to figure something else out to protect the blind side of QB1.
All right, woes for the future. We'll change to the Chargers now. Kansas City facing, for the second time, they're looking for a sweep this season with their series against Los Angeles. Not the same team they saw in week 4. They have definitely improved. They've showed, this could potentially be a contender under a new regime. What are the biggest threats you see out of the Chargers? If you could give me that overarching explanation.
Yeah, the first time they played the Chargers, they didn't have either tackle. They didn't have either offensive tackle. Justin Herbert was banged up with the ankle. They were still trying to find their identity. Derwin James was suspended. Well, they got both tackles back. They found their identity, winning 5 of their last 6 games. Justin Herbert's ankle is fine. That dude's flying all around if he needs to. When he needs to, he'll do it. And then Derwin James is back. The biggest thing I'm going to be watching for is Ladd McConkey. Is he actually going to play? And if he does, is he going to be how effective is he going to be? He's been their offense. J.K. Dobbins is now on IR with the MCL sprain. But Ladd McConkey, he caught, 9 passes for 112 yards last week. He's had 3 games in a row, I believe it is, of 80-ish yards or more. So that's their offense. That's the biggest threat that I'm looking for with him going up against the Chiefs secondary that has been struggling. Joshua Williams is going to be playing this week over Nazi. But even Trent McDuffie, Justin Reid, Chamari Connor, they've all kind of had a couple of tough weeks against Aiden O'Connell, and Bryce Young and Justin Herbert is definitely better than them. So the biggest thing I'm watching for right now is, will Ladd McConkey play? And even if he does, how bad is that knee going to be? He's been limited all week so far as of when we're recording this video, after leaving in the 3rd quarter last week with a knee issue and not returning to play.
Yeah, he's a guy also that they can utilize in so many different ways. They throw him in motion, they have him outside, they bring him in. It's just very hard to defend, but you also mentioned Herbert, which is going to be another part for the Chiefs defense to have to really focus on. This is a guy who loves play action. This is a guy who now can be utilizing those legs, a bigger body who can go outside the pocket. How do you think that the Chiefs defense is going to be able to contain a healthy Herbert?
Yeah, I do like the fact that Amenahu's back, and he looked really good in his 1 game back. I think having another solid pass rusher just elevates everybody. Obviously, you've got to contain him, but we're not talking Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson-esque something else to note about Justin Herbert, I was actually surprised to find this out. He's been sacked as many times as Patrick Mahomes has this year. They are tied for 6th in the most sacked quarterbacks in the NFL. He was sacked 4 or 5 times last week and then 4 or 5 times the week before. So this is a game where you should be able to, hopefully, with a Minihue, Chris Jones, George Karlaftis, and Spags dialing up some creative blitzes, actually be able to get home to Herbert, who, again, has been sacked quite a bit this season. I was surprised to see that because I feel like Mahomes has been sacked an ungodly amount.
I know. I'll end it with this. Cole, give me your score prediction, and we'll get you out of here.
Oh my gosh, I haven't even gotten there yet in my head, but it's going to be a 1-score game. Everybody's predicting a 1-score game. It's kind of spread out. Chiefs are 4-point favorites currently, but like if you look everywhere, it's either Chargers win by 2 or 3, Chiefs win by 2 or 3.
Yep.
I would probably say let's have the Chiefs win. Oh God, 21-17. They get the W, 12-1, and then the debate is who's the worst 12-1 team in the NFL after the Chiefs win it.
There you go. I really feel like you're speaking this into existence, because that's what everyone's saying, and that's what we can predict based off of what they've done this entire season. So another close game to be on the edge of your seats. Cole, thank you again so much for joining us, and of course we will check in with you later on in the season as Kansas City gets ready to close it out. 5 more games on the regular season to go. We'll talk to you again soon.
Appreciate you. Next time, let's go.
Alrighty, folks, that does it for another episode of Chiefs News Daily. As always, we'll be back again on Monday after the game on Sunday. In the meantime, like and subscribe right here on the KCSN YouTube channel, and enjoy your Friday.